Sometimes when people have negative experiences, they unfortunately allow that to cloud their judgment, and they allow that to give them an excuse to misbehave. So when you ask why do guys blame their first love for cheating on them, and now they've become cheaters themselves. In a scenario like this, you're dealing with guys who refused to take that experience and learn from it and grow from it. Instead, they took that experience and turned it around because now they feel like, okay, since this has happened to me, I have a right to do this to other people. It's almost like trying to make two wrongs a right. And you can't do that. You can't make two wrongs a right. So that's unfortunately the types of guys you're dealing with when something like this happens. Someone who has taken a negative, turned it into another negative, and now they're using that as an excuse to misbehave so that they feel like, hey, I don't have any responsibility here. I got cheated on, so there you have it. I can cheat because I was cheated on. I'm the victim here. It's so much easier to be the victim. It's so much easier to cast responsibility on someone else or some incident that happened in the past and say, hey, I have nothing to do with this. Look at what happened to me. This is just how I'm responding. It's not my fault. It was done to me before. And so that's not the way to go about it, obviously. As I mentioned earlier, two wrongs cannot make a right. And the situation like this, if you're stuck with a guy like this is not only going to boil down to cheating, it's going to boil down to anything, any issues that you may have in your relationship. He will not take responsibility for it because as far as he's concerned, he's the victim. So unfortunately, this will cross over into issues you may have with trust, issues you may have with activities, issues you may have with time spent together, issues you may have even in the bedroom. It's all going to boil down to, well, I'm the victim here. I'm the victim here. So he's going to take that past experience, unfortunately, and use it as an excuse for just about anything and everything that happens in your relationship, not just cheating. So you have to ask yourself, do I want to stay in a situation like this? Do I want to be with a guy who's like this? Your past experiences, no matter how negative, should be a learning experience that you can use to grow as an individual in a positive way, not in a negative way.